coming through loud and clear from Open Air TV.
The way that I grew up and the way it was so much talked about, I thought sure that, we were going to face the end of the world well before now. I didn't think I'd be seeing this something else. So that's how much that was impressed upon me. But, going back to that, I was raised, my father was a pastor of a small congregation outside that military base. And we didn't...
Was that in New York?
In North Carolina.
Oh, in North Carolina, okay.
Yeah. And my father, he was an incredible guy. He didn't have more than a sixth grade education, but the things that he could do, man, I mean, hey, I had to take my hat off of it. I learned a lot of respect for him, especially as I became older. A lot of things like there's nothing he could do. From carpentry to electricity to plumbing to being a mechanic. Singing, playing the piano. And that's kind of what got me into music a little bit. But all that being said, yeah, we didn't follow church in the traditional sense.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that we didn't do that a lot of other churches would probably do, like Christmas and New Year's Eve. Of all of the holidays, we didn't recognize them. But instead, we recognized the feast days and the holy days. A lot of other churches or denominations would have thought that we would have been Seventh-day Adventists or Jesus only, or all these other, denominations that they have. That no, we weren't that. We were actually just classified as holiness, if anything, but we didn't follow all of the traditions that a lot of the other churches. So that's kind of how that started out.
Okay, so what traditions would you say y'all followed exactly? Like, cause no, go ahead.
There was a guy, there was a preacher that my dad followed. His name was Herbert W. Armstrong.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what denomination. The way that I grew up and the way it was so much talked about, I thought sure that we were going to face the end of the world well before now. I didn't think I'd be seeing this something else. So that's how much that was impressed upon me. But going back to that, I was raised. My father was a pastor of a small congregation outside that military base, and